I truly believe explaining the process of how your nonprofit works is vital. The reason is that people are a little more skeptical of all institutions these days. This includes, obviously, various levels of government, but also encompasses the traditional media, higher education, platforms like Facebook, businesses, and yes, unfortunately, even nonprofits. So, how can you combat this negative atmosphere? By being transparent, by being authentic, and by telling your story. There are many ways to tell your story as a nonprofit, but here are the top 7 I think you should consider. Number 1, start at the beginning. If you're a fan of, say, the Marvel or DC universe, you understand the power of an origin story. Most blockbuster movies spend about a third of their running time explaining how a superhero became who or she is. So let's consider your origin story with questions like, who were your founders and what motivated them to create your nonprofit? Was there a particular incident or maybe a moment that set this story into motion? When did they see the problem they wanted to solve, and what challenges did they face along the way? With these various details, you'll help your audience be able to visualize themselves in the narrative, which can motivate them to support your cause. Number 2, really look at your mission statements. For lots of organizations, I hate to say the mission statement falls under the category of set it and forget it. But your mission statement is literally the definition of your organization. It states who you are, what you do, and whom you serve. Are you staying true to that mission statement? When starting a new initiative or applying for a new grant, make sure that you can clearly show how it furthers your mission. Number 3, get all the important documents on your website. Nonprofits are already required to disclose their tax information to anyone who asks and must allow public inspection of these records during regular business hours at their principal offices. But there's more than just your latest tax filing that can help foster a sense of transparency and build trust with the public and your supporters. For example, your IRS letter of determination, your audited financials, your annual report, which can highlight your achievements and services in the previous calendar or fiscal year, and the names and bios of key staff members, including their skills and contributions to the organization. Now, this goes hand in hand with the next tip, number 4, be transparent about your financials. One of the strongest pieces of information you can give potential donors is what their gift buys. So tell them exactly, when you give X amount, we are able to do Y, and here's how we do it. The more thorough the understanding of where money goes, what it does, and why, the more likely people will be inclined to support your mission in the most ideal ways. Okay, number 5, make sure all your major initiatives are listed and described on your website as well. Explain how they work and why you are investing time and money in them. This is a good place to show your results, which is part of your story. And don't forget to make it clear who your programs are intended to serve. What are your eligibility requirements, if any? How can people access the help you are offering? What is the process and who conducts the work? All right, number 6, highlight your volunteers, all of them, from the top with your board of directors straight through the folks who help you set up events and check people in. Even if you can't do full profiles on every single person who helps out, you can track the hours people spend assisting your organization and share them. But definitely do profiles of your board members. These are most likely important stakeholders in your community, and your association with them will reflect well on your organization in the community. And finally, number 7, give folks a look behind the scenes. This can be digitally through your marketing material, or you can literally invite them to stop by and see how you work by arranging tours or even coffee clutches. You could write an article about a day in the life of your executive director or CEO. Maybe use words and images in your e-coms to detail what goes into running a successful nonprofit. Or perhaps create a video showcasing your team and the work that they do. Everyone loves a good behind-the-scenes story, and it gives people in your community a feeling for your nonprofit's personality in a more intimate way. All right, there you have it, my 7 tips for telling your nonprofit story. Whatever ones you pursue in the future, I know they will help you build trust, respect, and understanding with those who support your organization and might introduce you to a whole new group of donors, volunteers, and advocates. For more information on telling the story of your nonprofit, follow the link below and listen to the full podcast episode, which offers even more insight into this very topic. And if you'd like more personalized guidance on telling your story, or you need help with your digital marketing in general, please just let me know. You can always book a call for a free 30-minute session with me to go over your digital marketing needs. I really would love to chat with you. In the meantime, thanks again for tuning in, and I do hope that you have an awesome day.